Yeah. What's good? It's your man, what's old Cracc. Back with another Cracc Facts for y'all. As y'all probably could imagine, of course, um, if anybody watched the Oscars last night, y'all seen the incident. So, I might not be surprised that I'm talking about the Will Smith, that I'm gonna be talking about the Will Smith, Chris Rock incident tonight. Um, so I actually man, I don't even know where to start with this one. Honestly, I don't even know where to start with this one because, of course, it's late in the day. You know what I mean? The day is almost over. So, of course, I've been seeing the memes all day. I've been seeing the posts all day. I've been seeing the blogs all day. I haven't really paid attention to too many people blogs. Shout out to my man, Melly Mel. I did tune into a little bit of his. I got to finish watching his video later. But yeah, uh, it's definitely touchy. It's definitely touchy. I'll give y'all my opinion where I stand on it and how I feel about it overall. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's many different ways that situation could have been handled. However, I don't feel like we know the all. You know what I mean? I be overthinking things. And everybody got their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like Will Smith is just tired of people. You know what I mean? He tired of being the butt of people's jokes. A lot of people feel like that. You know what I mean? They feel like he's hurt. He need healing. Um, so here's my thoughts on it. Here's the Cracc Facts, and this is why this is the Cracc Fact baby. Now, this is my Cracc Facts on the situation. Now, first off, I'm gonna speak on Chris Rock and the part he played in that situation. You know what I mean? Because I do know somebody personally that suffers from alopecia. You know what I'm saying? I do know somebody personally that suffers from that. So, yes, I was sensitive to that joke. You know what I mean? Because the person that I know, we don't play around like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we a group of individuals that crack a lot of jokes and we say a lot of jokes. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't take it that far because this is something that somebody's suffering from. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a pain that should be laughed at. That's how I feel on it personally. It's not a pain that should be laughed at. So I feel like the joke was tasteless. It definitely was very tasteless. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it should have been said. And I mean, with that being said, it shouldn't have been said. It's a very sensitive topic. And do I think Will Smith was wrong for defending his wife? Absolutely not. He was absolutely not wrong for defending his wife. However, I felt like the situation could have been handled differently. I don't feel like it should have took place the way it did. However, one thing I always say is you can't tell a person how to react to your actions. Because for every action, there's a reaction. You know what I mean? Cause and effect, that's real. I mean, for every action, there's a reaction, there's a cause, there's an effect. And there's also consequence for the things that you do. That just so happened to be one of the consequences that Chris Rock had to suffer at that moment. Will felt like, yo, listen, I'm going to get up and smack the shit out you. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, oh, it appeared that he was laughing at the joke too. He probably could have been laughing for a whole nother reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably could have been laughing like, oh, this guy think I'm playing. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Because at the end of the day, so to just move forward with my bill, like I said, I felt like it was a tasteless joke. I don't feel like it should have been said. I don't feel like that's something that he should have touched on, you know what I mean, with knowing that she's suffering from alopecia, from the disease. You know what I mean? I don't think it's something that he should have said. At the same time, he's a comedian. That's what comedians do. It's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might get a tasteless joke every now and then. So, you know what I mean? With that comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like as a professional, Will Smith should have respected that. He should have respected that. He shouldn't have handled that situation the way he handled it, as far as like getting up, walking up there, going to smack him. However, he should have defended his wife. But I feel like that situation could have been handled differently. He could have waited till, you know what I mean, a little segment, a little break, stepped up there, hollered at Chris Rocc backstage, let him know, like, yo, listen, I ain't and even if you was gonna put your hands on him, you could have stepped to him back there, put your hands on him. Granted, I'm sure that would have made it to camera too, but I felt like it would have had less of an impact if it was just recorded behind the scenes on somebody's phone or on paparazzi camera, and not, you know what I mean, like live on the Oscars. Like, he did smack the crap out of him. You know what I'm saying? He absolutely did smack the crap out of him live on TV. Yeah, this is my baby. She always want to be in the mix. Let me put my camera down some so she could get some action. Let her get some action, because she always want to be in the mix. But yeah, so I felt like he definitely shouldn't have handled that like that. Like I said, he could have stepped to him backstage, and whatever he was going to do backstage, he could have did backstage and handled that how he handled that. However he chose to handle it, how he handled it. And as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to do what you got to do to protect yours and your loved ones. And I respect that. At the same time, I feel like Chris Rocc is a comedian, and that's what they do. Now, me, I'm always an overthinker, right? So I feel like maybe his actions was definitely justified, because maybe him and Chris Rocc spoke behind the scenes before that even happened. Maybe he asked the man not to mention his wife. You know what I'm saying? They probably had a conversation backstage, and he probably said, hey, listen, such and such is going on, and I'd like if you know what I mean, not mention my wife today at all, because I know you're a jokester, you like to poke on people. That probably was a conversation that they had, and that's probably why he laughed, because he probably was like, oh, he can't be serious. Like, he's going to do this anyway after we spoke and we had a conversation. So maybe that was his approach on the situation. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't there. None of us was there. However he handled the situation, like he handled the situation. Moreover, everybody talking about how Will handled the situation. How about how Chris handled the situation? He ain't even do nothing. He let the man smack him in the face. Now, I don't care about nothing else. Whatever. I said a bad joke. You come up here, you put your hands on me. I'm putting my hands on you. Also, shout out, especially at the fact that he didn't press charges. So why you just ain't deck him back? You know what I'm saying? I definitely felt some kind of way being a New Yorker, because I'm from New York. That's not how New Yorkers give it up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like New York, we took that L. New York definitely took an L. You know what I mean? And then he smacked her and then won an Oscar. That was legendary. You should have popped off. You should have did something. But shout out to Chris Rocc for not pressing charges. That was definitely commendable, especially understanding everything that Will Smith can be going through right now, because this is something that we speaking. I'm smelling like crazy, hot as hell in my house. I'm about to tell my girl, turn the heat down. Babe, can you turn the heat down? Okay. But yeah, so that was definitely, you know what I'm saying, that's just definitely my crack facts on it. I felt like it was a tasteless joke. It should have never been said. I do feel like Will did the right thing by defending his wife. However, I felt like he should have handled that situation differently. He shouldn't have did it in that manner. If you was going to step to that man with violence, I felt like you should have did it behind the scenes, off camera, whatever, but maybe he was making a statement. Oh, and another thing, a lot of people, I see people talking about is like, oh, maybe it was staged. I watched it in slow-mo. It definitely looked like a real smack. So if it was staged, shout out to them guys, because y'all put on a hell of an act. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. So, I mean, that's just my crack facts on it. That's how I feel about it. I felt like it was a situation that could have been handled differently. I felt like it was a tasteless joke. I felt like both parties was wrong for some of their actions at the same time. It was a bad joke, but he is a comedian. It happens. Will could have understood that. I felt like Chris Rocc could have had more compassion, because you should have never said the joke in the first place. I'm glad he took responsibility for his actions and just held it down and didn't press charges against Will Smith. Shout out to him for that. That's definitely very stand up. Will Smith is definitely a very stand up guy for standing up for his wife like that. As far as people making it a race thing, that's another thing. As far as that, like people saying, oh, it make black people look bad and all that, I totally disagree. I felt like that was a man handling a situation like a man. Like, forget about race. You got people up there talking about, oh, he wouldn't have smacked one of them white actors or whatever. However, maybe one of them white actors would have never said what Chris Rock said. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe one of them white comedians would have never said what Chris Rock said. How? Because they probably would have knew, like, oh nah, he's gonna smack the crap out of me. Realistically, you know what I'm saying? So to say, oh, he would have never smacked one of them white comedians, go ahead with that. One of them white comedians probably would have never said that. And however, we're not faced with that situation because they didn't say it. Nobody else said it. You know what I mean? Chris Rock said it. So he got to own up to that. Nobody else said it. So this what if scenarios and all these other scenarios, that's corny. This man did what he did. You know what I'm saying? So as far as people making it a race thing about how it make us look bad, I mean, I get it. That's what people going to say. However, they're going to talk about us anyway. They view us how they view us anyway. It ain't got nothing to do with these rich, powerful people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with that because he wasn't wrong when he smacked that dude for trying to kiss him in the face. Nah, right? It wasn't, oh, look how black people act. When Nipsey Hussle smacked that security guard, everybody was reposting it. Everybody was bigging him up for being a stand-up guy. So now this guy, he smacked somebody and we all look bad? Nah. He handled that situation like a man because if they was anybody else of any other color and didn't handle that situation the way they did, we would talk back about them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about it. That's my Cracc Facts for y'all. And I'm out. Cracc Facts, baby. You look